Hello, awesome humans. Welcome to today's meditation. I hope you've been enjoying the meds and they've been serving your souls very well. Today, I want to bring you a meditation around your future self. So, this is something that I've used on myself for many, many years, and I extend to my coaching clients. So, a lot of, even me, when I was starting out this journey of creating things and wanting things to come into fruition, I'd be really impatient. I'd be very impatient. I'd be like, okay, if I want something, I want it now, must come now, the instant gratification kind of stuff. And I've been on my own journey of okay, just the small actions, the daily choices of, me serving the true end result that I want is me focusing on the long game and doing what I can do in the now to act in favor of my future self and my future life and myself in all of the areas of finances, of relationship, of purpose, of, friendships and all that kind of jazz. So when my clients come to me and they're like, all right, I want this and I want it now, I'm like, no. Some things are easy to bring into fruition quickly, but then other things will take time. And there can be frustration in the now for things not happening quick enough. So one thing that I will talk to myself about and to my clients about and to my community about is what you do now, what you do today, is you act in favor of your future self. And the more consistently you do that, knowing that there are going to be days when you're like, peace be with you, I'm out. There are some days where you're going to be like, yes, I'm on a roll. And some days those peace be with you, I'm out is a very healthy decision. But when you do these things consistently enough, an accumulative effect takes place. And then, within 3 months or 6 months or 12 months, they are literally in a new reality. They are experiencing themselves in a new way, which means they're experiencing their reality in a new way, because the way they relate to their partner is different, to their children is different, to themselves is different, to the world is different, to others is different. And they're like, shish kebab. All those little things that I did, that was good. That was actually good. I was doing things in the moment for my future self. So I'd love to bring this to you where in this meditation, it's like going into your future self in a year's time. Let's do it for a year's time, where you go into your future self and you meet them and you meet her. And I know this is a little bit esoteric and energy based, but it's cool. It's really, really cool. You go and meet your future self. You imagine yourself going into the reality that she lives in and how she is and her being and her essence and the way she holds herself, etc. And you go in and you have a chat with her and she extends some information to you, some guidance to you that you can begin committing to or continue committing to consistently, that will help serve your future self, your long game plan. Does it make sense? I know I can't see you nodding because we're not live, but I hope this does make sense. Anyway, I won't go too much into it cognitively because you got to experience it. So for this one, as the same as last time, journal, notepads, all that jazz. Have it by your side. And let's go and see, have a little peek. It's like a preview, it's like the movies that come out that's not coming out until July next year. They keep doing previews and you're like, oh my gosh, I really want to see the movie. Think of it like this. You're going into your future to have a little sneak preview, and then you're like, oh, okay, I got some clues from my future self that I can begin implementing now that will serve the long game. Think of it like that. Anyway, I'll stop talking. Get yourselves nice and comfy. And if you haven't already, please close down your eyes. Take a big breath in and then out. Big breath in And then out. Big breath in. And then out. And just breathe at a pace and rhythm that feels good for you. And just set that intention to be of highest service to yourself. And that you are here for your greatest good. Now I want you to imagine, picture, just like you're going to a preview. And the preview is of your own life and of you in 12 months' time. Imagine yourself going to this preview. I want you to imagine that you are inside of a cinema. You're going to watch one of your favorite movies of all time. You got your popcorn, your choc top, or whatever you love to have in the cinema. And you go in and you take your seat. You're the only one in the cinema. No one else is there. Your own viewing of your favorite movie. But before the movie starts, the first preview comes up. And the preview says, you and your life in 12 months' time. As you see this title, you kind of rearrange yourself in the chair. And what starts to play back to you is a preview of you, your life, how you're doing your life, how you carry yourself in your life. But in 12 months' time, and as you sit there, you're watching yourself. The way you laugh, the way you smile, the way you treat and speak to yourself. The values you live into. And you're watching yourself thinking, wow, I love who I see. I love who I am. Something in you just cannot wait to really step into the shoes and embody this woman. And just before the preview ends, your future self turns directly to you. And she says, "Is there anything you want to ask me?" And you ask her, "What guidance can you give me in my now, in my current reality, so that in 12 months' time, I embody you?" And she begins to speak directly to you, answering your question. So just listen to what she has to say. And then she says to you, "That's enough guidance for now. But you can come and visit me anytime. You can come and talk to me anytime. You can ask me questions anytime. But for now, focus on what I've just shared. And the preview of you and your life in 12 months finishes. And your favorite movie begins." But something in you feels compelled to write down what your future self has shared with you. So when you feel ready, take your time to open your eyes, grab your pens, journals, whatever you use, and write down what she shared with you. And also write down what you witnessed and how you were, how you spoke, how you carried yourself. And make it your pledge to your future self that you will act in favor of her by enacting the guidance she gave you.
Is someone home at the moment? Well, you don't have a key, so probably something you could check through.
Take your time in writing this down. There's no rush. Take your time in writing this down. There's no rush. Take as long as you need. I'll see you again very, very soon. And peace be with you.